Yo, in this video training, I'm going to talk to you about how to deliver better results for your clients without working harder behind the scenes so you can retain clients longer and feel confident in your business. Hey, I'm Jay Jackson, founder of the Leverage Alliance, and I help agency owners and service professionals generate revenue and deliver results through repeatable systems. I have built a system that allowed me to go from 18-hour days to 5 hours a day in my agency and even help my clients take back their time while earning consistent 10K plus months. So if you want better client results without chaos or nonstop fires to put out, subscribe to the channel. Now, look, there's a belief that slowly breaks your client fulfillment. And most agency owners and service pros, they believe that like great client delivery depends on custom work. And I'm here to tell you that is not true. You need one target market, one method or medium or platform to attract that target market, and you need one specific core offer. If you're trying to customize everything for every single client, there's no way you can come up with a specialized system, methodology, or framework that allows your clients to get the same results consistently and predictably. And that's why we don't do customization. But I get it because it makes sense, because when clients want to pay top rates, we've been conditioned to believe that customize is how you get top rates. But your clients are paying you for a specific result. And so they're paying you top rates, top fees, high ticket prices, premium prices. They're paying you this because you promised them a specific result, not because you promised them something that was customized. So here's the belief that most business owners never question. And this belief turns leaders into the delivery safety net, not the builder of a specific result or outcome. So, number one, it creates uneven client results. So I just talked to you about how they come to you specifically for a result. And so you'll have a client you'll utilize this particular method and they'll get this particular outcome or result. But then you'll tweak that method specifically for this client because this client isn't your perfect fit client, and they say to you, oh well, I'm not really good at being on camera. And I've had this happen. And so because the Catalyst system, our marketing strategy within the Catalyst system requires you to be on camera. And so if you're not good at being on camera or don't think you can be on camera, it's not a good fit for you. And so if I say to this particular client that, hey, you have to be on camera, and this client goes, great, I have no problem being on camera. We're able to get them results super fast. But then this client is like, oh, well, I don't really want to be on camera. Can I just do it, audio only? I'll have to tell that client, you're not a good fit for us. You go away, because I'm not going to change or customize the system to fit you and your limiting beliefs around putting your face on camera. You're attractive already as it is. You're charismatic. You are an attractive character right now today. The biggest reason why you don't want to be on camera or don't want to be seen or don't want to get attention, there's likely a lot of guilt or shame wrapped around telling your story or wanting people to see you becoming who you are designed to become while you're going through your process. And I'm telling you from experience, I've been through that, but I can tell you that with more repetitions, you will ultimately become more confident and competent with being on camera the more reps you put in. All right, number two, this belief causes missed steps, delays, and fog. Look, customize processes, you're going to skip something, right? Whereas if you have a specific client fulfillment, a specific framework, system, or methodology that you utilize, it's impossible for you to skip a step because you're going through the exact same step that you went through with this client, and this client. And by going through the exact same steps over and over again, your memory goes, I know exactly what we do next because we've done this hundreds, if not thousands of times. All right. And not having a specific client fulfillment and onboarding process requires you to depend on your memory instead of systems. And I'm here to tell you that systems and structure, that's how great countries that have great infrastructure, systems, and processes, that's how we become first world countries versus countries that don't have systems and processes and great infrastructure. That's how they become third and fourth world countries, right? So you want your business to be a third or fourth rate type business, or do you want your business to be a first rate type business? You need systems and you need structure. All right. If you don't have it, that's going to lead to unhappy clients, and you will feel strained and just super thin simply because you're trying to do so many different things for so many different people, and you're constantly putting out fires because it's not standardized, right? So, standardized testing, curriculums, those are some of the things that you've heard throughout your life that lets you know and understand that you have to have standardized client fulfillment if you want your clients to get the results that you ultimately promise. If doing more always led to better results, your busiest clients would be your happiest. And you know that they're not, and that should be a sign to you. All right, look, if this sounds familiar to you, you can go ahead and drop a comment down below if you're watching this on YouTube. This belief is keeping you stuck, right? The belief that I don't need a specific client onboarding and client delivery process or fulfillment process in place. But I'm going to show you a different way here in a second. All right, so when we start talking about the shift that cuts dependency from your client delivery, great client delivery is not built by effort. It's built through focus, boundaries, and repeatable systems. Now, the repeatable system is what allows you to create a boundary, right? So that boundary, so for example, when we have the Leverage Alliance mastermind program, right? This is the mastermind group coaching program where someone says, you know what, hey, I don't want to be in the group coaching program. That's perfectly fine. We have an option where you can work with me one on one. Well, if you work with me one on one, you don't get the same privileges of the group coaching program. And if you have the group coaching program, you don't get the privileges of working with me one on one. That's a boundary. And so there are certain things that perks that come with being in the group program, and there are perks that come with being with working with me one on one. But if I don't have a separate client fulfillment and delivery system for each type of person, then guess what? This particular group here is like, hold up, I'm paying you to get this perk, but that person's getting the same perk and they're only working with you one on one. Or the one on one person is saying, hold up, wait, I'm paying you 5 times as much as the people over here in the group. How is it that the people over in the group are getting the same stuff that I'm getting? When you have a specific client fulfillment and client delivery system in place, it allows you to ensure that all of your clients, no matter which way they decide to engage or work with you, it allows them to get exactly what it is that you promised them. That's the importance of systems and the importance of boundaries. All right, so there's a huge role shift that most business owners avoid. And I'm here to tell you that to reach your next level, your job is no longer to deliver everything yourself. Your job is to build a delivery engine that gets results without you being a part of the entire process. So it's like trying to cook a recipe or a meal that you've never cooked before and you don't have the recipe. Right. So client fulfillment and delivery, that's the recipe. That's the steps. That's the ingredients that you're going to need. That's the, hey, do this before you do that. Put the oven or the stove at this particular temperature, and this is how you're going to do it or how long you're going to do it. Your client delivery and fulfillment system is the recipe. But if you don't have that system in place, just think about it. You can cook the same meal. One, you can cook it once with the recipe, and then you can cook it once based on your memory. And I can guarantee you those two meals are going to taste different. And they taste different because you're not going to utilize the same measurements that you would with the recipe versus if you're doing it from memory. As someone who loves to cook, I can tell you that, for example, I love to make my barbecue sauce from scratch. I don't use a recipe. right? I have it in my head, but I can guarantee you each batch, well, I have the ingredients in my head, but I never measure exactly how much of what ingredients goes into the sauce each time. And so everything is to taste. And that means it's different each time. If you do that with your client delivery and fulfillment, your clients will get different results. You'll have some clients that are happy and some clients that are not. All right, so here's how this became super clear to me once all the noise, like you have to block out the noise in the marketplace. And there's just so many advertisements, so many people promising you things, so many people telling you that they can do this and do that for you. But I'm gonna tell you, I used to run delivery in my head, right? And so some clients got great results, others saw gaps. Like I even had clients come to me and say, hey, you should have this, in your program. And in my head, I'm like, we do have that, but why aren't they seeing it? Well, they're not seeing it because it's in my head and it's not documented on paper. So therefore, they're not going through the experience the way that it's been designed. So you have to get everything out of your head, put it on paper. And when I say on paper, putting it in your project management software. So we use ClickUp. We have used Monday and Asana for some of our clients. But when you get it out of your head, you put it on paper, you or a member of your team can go through the exact same process every single time. And now your clients are going to be happy with the results and they won't see gaps. A strong rule of business to live by. If a client can't tell what comes next without asking you, your delivery lacks structure, right? So you remember, you made them a promise. You told them, hey, once you make your investment, here's what's going to happen next. And I promise you're going to get why once you make your investment. Well, if you don't provide them the roadmap of what steps they're going to take at each stage in your method, your system, your framework, your process, if they don't know what's going to come next, again, they've got a gap. And that's what creates confusion. That's what creates refunds and chargebacks because you made a promise to them, but they can't see the next stepping stone to help them get from where they are to ultimately where they want to be. If effort alone fixed delivery, clients would all get the same results, but they don't. So that right there should tell you that effort is not the key. You want to make sure, again, automations, AI, or someone on your team who can be trusted and depended on to follow your SOP, follow your standard operating procedure, follow your system and your framework, cross every T and dot every I. All right, so most business owners think that systems will lower the quality of the work, but what it really does is it raises the quality of your work by cutting what we call drift. And drift is basically where things don't, it's like a boat, right? So just think about it. So a boat without a sail, or a boat without an anchor, or a boat without a rudder, it just drifts off, right? Someplace out into the middle of the lake or someplace out into the middle of the ocean. But when you have a sail, you can actually direct the direction of the boat. When you have a rudder, you can direct the direction of the boat. When you have oars or paddles, you can direct the direction of the boat. But when you lack the tools, in order for the boat to go in a direction that you want it to go in, it's going to drift. And therefore, your business is going to drift and your clients are going to drift because you don't have a solid client delivery and fulfillment system. So here's a couple of the proof points that I'm going to break down for you. So when I set clear delivery steps and structure, client satisfaction went up and my stress dropped. I'm real huge on having peace of mind, being calm, being zen, being stoic. And so the only way I was able to create that type of calm within my business and within my life is the structure. And that structure started with the client delivery and fulfillment. One client cut churn by tightening their onboarding process, their delivery, so clients always knew what was going to come next. And then we had another client who improved their results by 15%, right? So their client retention rate increased by 15% by removing one-off deliveries, meaning one-off projects, right? So if it's not in this box or in this container, we don't do it, right? If it's outside of that, we tell you can go to someplace else or recommend someone else. All right, so you see this from brands every single day. And so one of the brands that I love to talk about is Chick-fil-A. I have been to a Chick-fil-A in multiple states and multiple cities. And sometimes you go to a Chick-fil-A and the line could be half a mile to a mile long. And sure, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. But the one thing you know for sure is within 3 to 5 minutes, they're going to ask you your name. They're going to take your order. You're going to get your food. It's going to be hot. They're going to say your name. You're going to get your order the right way. And at the beginning, they ask you, how can I serve you? And then at the end, they say, thank you for allowing us to serve you. That's the system. Like that's their client or customer fulfillment process. Where when you show up and you place your order, they're fulfilling your order the moment they say, how can I serve you? All the way through the end of the process where they say, thank you for allowing us to serve you. So Chick-fil-A is just one of the perfect examples that I know you see every single day. That's why they get steady results and not just depending on luck. They do it through their systems and their structure. All right. So clients don't want to put in a whole lot of effort. Right. I don't know about you, but I want to get results without having to work super hard or stress myself out. Right. And so your client delivery and fulfillment system, you want it to be easy, right? You want it to be as easy as humanly possible. You don't want people to have to jump through rings of fire to get the result that you promised them, because your job as the expert, your job as the agency owner is to simplify the process to help them get the results that they want from where they are to where they want to be. They're depending on you to do that. So that's why you do it. All right. They want focus and trust, and you already expect that focus and trust when you get packages and things like that delivered to you from Amazon, right? So, like, I'm at a place right now when it comes to Amazon orders where I really don't even concern myself with anything. It's like, this is what I want. As long as I select the right thing in my cart and I hit, purchase on whatever that is, and Amazon tells me it's going to be there either sometime same day, very next day, or within 2 days, I have zero concerns. I can go about my life and go about my day operating my business, and I don't worry about anything because I have that type of trust in Amazon. Why? Because Amazon has delivered and fulfilled their promise the exact same way, consistently and predictably over the years that I've had an Amazon account. So you've experienced it yourself. That's exactly what you want to do for your clients when you're fulfilling things, for them. So don't dodge this, right? If clients ask for updates more than your system actually gives them the updates, then that means that your process is reactive. You want to be proactive. You want your clients to know exactly what steps come next because you've either provided them with an email, an onboarding call, or some type of PDF document that lets them know, here's what we're going to work on day one, all the way through day 30, or all the way through day 90. That way they now know, oh, we're on day 13. This is what we're going to be working on today. All right, so here's what ownership feels like after your client fulfillment and delivery process is fixed. When client delivery is locked in, something subtle shifts, right? So you stop guessing if clients are happy because you already know they are happy because you have built your client delivery and fulfillment process this way. So if you want better client delivery without working harder, what you can do right now is down in the description, there's going to be a link to grab my book. You can get it today for free. You just cover the shipping. But if you also know that right now today that you want help improving your client delivery and fulfillment so that you can reduce your churn and increase your retention rates, also down in the description, there's a link for you to book a Catalyst System strategy call with me. Book that call right now. Again, there's no obligation. The call is free, and there's no obligation for you to join us inside of the Alliance. But I will give you this strategy for free because I truly want to help you improve your client delivery and fulfillment system so that you can retain more clients. If we're a great fit, we'll work together. If we don't believe that we're a great fit, you get to keep the strategy, any bonuses or anything like that that I've promised you. If you're watching this on YouTube, those links are going to be down in the description. If you're watching this on a landing page, it's going going to be a button right below this video. Click that button, schedule your call. You're going to get an email and a text message confirming that your call has been scheduled. And then you're going to get some emails and text messages 24 hours, 1 hour, and then 10 minutes before your actual call. Make sure you watch the video on the page that you receive after you book your call, because that's going to help you better understand exactly what you can expect during the call. Notice this is a part of our fulfillment process. So I'm breaking down for you to let you know what steps to expect, and then the video on that page will give you step by step what you can expect on the call. So if this hit home, if this resonated with you, drop a comment down in the comment section. But other than that, schedule your call, and then we look forward to serving. Peace.